Now, I think it's pretty safe to say that the future of the Star Wars universe seems to be quite expansive, not just with their books, novels, comics, and video games, but also, let's not forget about their new Star Wars TV shows and movies that are currently in the works that will be announced at Star Wars Celebration of 2022 by Disney CEO Bob Chapek, Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and George Lucas by his side. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. I do post a couple of entertaining things on there from time to time. So, a lot of major updates coming our way. I mean, we have a lot of things happening simultaneously at that. We have the Ahsoka Tano series moving into principal photography by April of next year. As of now, Rosario Dawson is actively training for the role of Ahsoka Tano, given that she's going to be doing a lot of her own stunts, a lot of her own moves in this new series. That's going to be quite impressive. That's going to introduce some of the fan-favorite characters like Sabine Wren, Grand Admiral Thrawn, Ezra Bridger, and others that are being taken from Star Wars Rebels to appear in, of course, the Ahsoka Tano series. Now, 2022 is going to be by far the busiest year for Star Wars, not just for Disney as a company, but also for the fans to really invest themselves in all these new Star Wars TV shows. So for 2022, for starters, technically, we have the Book of Boba Fett, because that's rolling into next year. After that, we got Kenobi. Then, of course, we've got Andor. We've got Bad Batch Season 2. We've got, of course, The Mandalorian Season 3. Technically speaking, 2022 has 5 Star Wars TV shows. Just let that sink in for a moment of how busy next year is really going to be for Disney and Lucasfilm. So, moving beyond all of this, alright, one thing that is actually rather concerning has something to do with Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker. So, given that Kathleen Kennedy is still having issues with the development of the Acolyte TV series for Disney+, both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are moving along smoothly with their new Star Wars TV shows that will be announced at Star Wars Celebration and more. However, behind the scenes, it's described that recently actor Hayden Christensen was cancelled from one of the major Star Wars projects for the new Star Wars universe that was going to explore a brand new era in the franchise. Now, it's described that recently Kathleen Kennedy cancelled Hayden Christensen from appearing as Anakin Skywalker in one of the brand new Star Wars TV shows that are in development. This involved the Acolyte TV series for Disney Plus that is being put together by Leslye Headland. Now, the initial plans had Hayden set up to appear as Anakin Skywalker in the form of a vision in front of a younger version of Yoda that involved a brand new ancient Jedi temple on a brand new world. Now, so far, Kathleen Kennedy has decided to keep with her plans of introducing a young version of Yoda in the Acolyte series. However, since has deleted the entire plan of Anakin coming back into the actual Star Wars universe, an appearance that was going to be done by Hayden Christensen to offer Yoda great knowledge from the Wills, who are godlike creatures. Hayden Christensen actually had signed on for the role of Anakin in the Ahsoka Tano series, and of course now for the Acolyte series, to have 3 major cameos in total in the form of different visions for the young version of Yoda. So let me stop right here for a second. So the Ahsoka Tano series is still on for Hayden to appear, but for the Acolyte TV series, this is all called off because of Kathleen Kennedy. And let's not forget that Kathleen Kennedy is the one that has full creative power over this particular TV show, and that kind of says a lot. That goes to show us that she wants little to nothing to do with the Skywalkers at heart. So, moving forward, alright, this is described to have been something that George Lucas had proposed to Kathleen Kennedy to use in the show, and that they agreed on this some months ago, only for Kennedy to cancel it entirely at last minute some days ago. The 3 scenes were going to involve both light and dark side visions of Anakin through Yoda's perspective, and was going to be similar to when Yoda witnessed Darth Bane in the Clone Wars TV series. You guys may recall that. Now, Leslye Headland was actually going to handle the writing of these 3 detailed scenes, as it would tie directly into the overall genre of a mystery thriller that was going to deal with emerging dark side powers. Additionally, Hayden Christensen was actually said to be very upset and frustrated over this big decision, as this was the second time that Hayden was shot down from a Star Wars project. The first being The Rise of Skywalker, where also Hayden, since getting canceled from the Acolyte series, has signed on, thankfully, to his official third Star Wars series that will be announced at Star Wars Celebration of 2022, that is also said to be live action in form. In addition to the Ahsoka and Kenobi series as well, that will actually bring the character back. Now, this new live-action series is also going to be done by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni in order to achieve new Star Wars stories of Anakin Skywalker throughout the Star Wars timeline. One of Kathleen Kennedy's reasons for canceling Hayden from the series involved the fact that she was afraid that using Anakin too much would not only devalue the character, but also sabotage the focus on the new character in the Acolyte series that Leslye Headland is creating actively in order to explore new characters and places in the Star Wars world. So here's the major problem that I have a lot with this, is the fact that she had agreed to use Anakin in the Acolyte TV series to be used as multiple visions for Yoda. Alright, so we are getting a young version of Yoda apparently in the Acolyte TV series, which honestly, guys, I think that's going to be the only driving force for fans to maybe go ahead and check out this show. We'll have to wait and see if Kathleen Kennedy and Leslye are going to mess up the character of Yoda now, but let's just wait and see exactly how that's going to really pan out. Now, the fact that Hayden had signed on to this and was excited for this and was going to begin filming for his role as Anakin in the form of visions, both light and dark side visions, for Yoda to witness by the Wills, who are godlike creatures, essentially. I can only imagine the frustration that Hayden went through after getting shot down, again, by Kathleen Kennedy to appear as Anakin in a Star Wars series. Now, let me just say, does this make a lot of sense to have Anakin appear as a dark and light side vision in front of a younger version of Yoda? I'm not so quite sure about that. That could have very well been poor writing on Leslie's part, because to my knowledge, when you go ahead and look at the prequel trilogy, it was really Qui-Gon Jinn who discovered Anakin. And by doing this, it kind of would have devalued the scene of Qui-Gon Jinn discovering Anakin Skywalker and realizing his midichlorian count, hence him coming to the realization that he must be the chosen one. Yoda really knew nothing about Anakin beforehand, only about the chosen one prophecy. So this could have very well been what Leslye Headland was referring to, of how this series is going to have a lot of retcons that's going to go for episode 1, 2, and 3. This could have very well easily been a retcon for The Phantom Menace, without a doubt, single-handedly. So that's the only problem that I had with this, is the fact that this could have very well interrupted Qui-Gon Jinn's, highlight of discovering the Chosen One and discovering that it was indeed Anakin Skywalker. But let's digress here. I gotta say one thing here, is that Anakin Skywalker is going to have a lot of major comebacks, not just in the Kenobi series in the form of flashbacks and visions, but also in the Ahsoka Tano series as a Force Ghost, and a third new Star Wars TV show that we're going to find out about at Star Wars Celebration, and most likely beforehand, give or take April of 2022. So overall, guys, let me know what you think about the entire situation here involving Kennedy, Leslye, and Hayden. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.